What's going on, folks? We are live. Time to do the question and answer. Looks like we'll wait a few minutes, get some people on. Nobody gets on, we'll take it on. Coming to you live now from the camper. Me and the wife got us a new camper. Out camping here at Weldon Springs with my dad, his wife, kind of enjoying the life and relaxing. And I want to say happy Mother's Day to everybody, all the women out there watching. And let's just go ahead and kick this Q&A so I don't have to. So I ain't on here very long. We hadn't talked in a while. Plugging away with the Gen 7 Outdoors. TV show's going. Appreciate you guys watching and staying tuned in and watching that. And hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you guys are looking forward to this year's hunts. They should be coming in the next month or so. So let's go ahead and let's kick this off. First question we got come via email, and guy asked, what's your number one turkey hunting essential? Well, to be honest, I haven't turkey hunted in a few years. Last time I did was my property that I got, and I seen one Jake, that was it, and it was come in and lickety split and was gone. So didn't hear much at all. Number one turkey hunting essential, I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to say it's gonna have to be my box call that my wife won for me at the Turkey Federation banquet several years ago. Seem to take that out every year with me when I do go. It's a nice box call, and I love it. I mean, it's got some good sounds to it, and really enjoy using it. I mean, since I don't turkey hunt, I don't turkey hunt much. There's not much really that I can say too much on it. I don't know. It's just a nice call, and like I said, it makes real good sounds. I used it with the first turkey I killed, and brought him in. Yeah, it did the job. So let's see. Next question came in via Facebook Messenger. And it says, how long have you been hunting in your area? Well, they didn't state area as far as, I'm not sure what they meant as far as if they meant state, the area where I'm at, or that sort of thing. In the state, I've been hunting here. I've been hunting in the state of Illinois all my life. I have not hunted anywhere out of state. I would like to. That's kind of on my bucket list, is to be able to go out of state and maybe do some elk hunting and some bear hunting and whatnot. Maybe even try to chase after some different state whitetails, and maybe even run up there to someday to go up there to Canada and hunt them big Saskatchewan bucks. Something about them big chocolate horns that just attract me. Don't know. As far as my area, like the hunting property that I have currently, I've been on it for going on about 10 years now, maybe 12. It's a nice piece of ground, 10 acres. Pretty much it's just kind of like a run through. It doesn't really hold deer. They'll walk through. I have jumped some that were bedded. But basically it's a run through. It butts up to probably 500-600 acres, and the deer seem to, I think, hold on the adjoining properties, which is fine. I mean, I've got major trails that cut through, and I do kill some nice bucks, as you guys have seen, but I've been there 10 or 12 years. It's private ground. I've been hunting public ground probably for the last 12 years or better. Me and Dad had a spot around the Niantic area that we hunted for years while I was a kid, and landowner changed, and we got booted out of there, which was fine. So, I gave up bow hunting for a few years, did gun hunt, didn't squirrel hunt for a few years. And then we took off and started deciding that we was going to hunt some public ground, and we hunted the public ground for a little while, and then got this private ground through my wife, an older gentleman that she worked with at Walmart, had some property, and told her to send me out there, and he'd let me bow hunt it. So I get to bow hunt that exclusively. I'm the only one on it. So gotta love it. I don't have to worry about anybody. I don't have to worrying about a stand. If I want to hunt one stand, I can go hunt it. I don't have to worry about it, anybody around. I don't have to worry about trying to move around anybody. Worried about one guy's over here hunting, so now I've got to hunt over here instead of being able to hunt over there where I wanted to, or any of that sort of thing. So it's kind of nice being the exclusive one on there. So enjoy it. And we're making this one short but sweet. We're moving right on along. If anybody's got a question, feel free to pop up and ask it. We're going to move on to this next question. And says, what was your most memorable turkey hunt? Well, again, I don't turkey hunt very much. I guess my most memorable was probably the year that I killed my first turkey. My grandpa had gotten me some land down by him. He got me permission to be able to turkey hunt it. It was in southern Illinois. Drove down, opening morning of my season. Drove down, and I hunted till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Didn't see a dadgum thing. And so I drove back home to Decatur, and it was supposed to rain the rest of the weekend. So thought, well, my weekend's out. I ain't gonna be able to hunt. Fortunately, I was off that Monday, so I went ahead and drove down Monday. They was calling for no rain, sunny, and it was going to be nice out. So I woke up that morning, drove down to southern Illinois, got onto the property, and it was breaking day. And I had an old 2000 Z71 at the time, and it had the lifter tick. And I changed the oil every 3,000 miles, and it'd get to about 2,000 miles into that oil change, and the lifters would start ticking every once in a while. And so I pulled onto the property that morning down by the pond, and it had been ticking for about the last 15 miles or so going in. So I babied it there. And when I got there, pulled onto the pond, right there beside the pond. And when I pulled onto the pond, I got out, grabbed me a bottle of STP oil treatment, and opened the hood, poured that in there, slammed the hood down, gobble up on the hill. Oh boy. It's like, all right, I'm going to have to sneak up there. He's up there. So I go to the truck, open the truck door, open my back door, grab my shotgun out of there, grab my turkey vest. I slam the back door, and when I slam the back door, he gobbles again. I slam the front door, he gobbles again. So I sneak up the hill, throw my mouth call in, and throwing out a few clucks, a few purrs, threw out a few yelps as well. And I got to the top of the hill, and I could hear him. He's still gobbling his head off. Carefully set up my decoy, got in behind where this was at. They had made a camp up there where I decided to set, and I'd noticed that the turkeys had been coming down off the roost there. You could tell ground was all kind of sort of bare, and you could just tell that, and there was a lot of turkey scratches and tracks up there. And so I go up there at this camp they had built kind of like a fort, and they'd made a hill. And so I tucked myself in behind that hill up against a tree, and I just started yelping. And he'd gobble. And I'd yelp some more, and he'd gobble. Well, then finally, he just shut up. And I thought, shit, I've heard about it before, that you call too much and they'll just clam up. They won't gobble no more. So I sat there, and I sat there. And all of a sudden, he gobbled again. Well, then I heard a hen. And I'm like, what? No, okay, maybe he's with a hen. Man, this ain't going to be good. I'm going to have to try to get him away. So I throw out some more yelps, and I throw out a gobble myself. I had two decoys at that time. I had a hen and I had a gobbler decoy, and I had both of them set up, and then I wasn't hearing nothing. And I'm like, man, why? He just shut up. Maybe they went back down to the backside of the hill. So I thought, well, I can't see up over the little berm hill that they got built here. I'll just get up on my knees and see if I can see him. I get up on my knees, and the hen is almost right there at the hill, and I can see the gobbler. He was probably maybe 30 yards on the other side of her. Oh shit! So I went back down, grabbed my shotgun, raised back up, and he's full strut, and I put the bead of that 12 gauge right on his head and pulled the trigger. Boy, he flopped around a little bit, and then he quit flopping. She ran off, the hen ran off. Man, I was just stoked. I think that bird had 8-inch. I think it was either a 7 or an 8-inch beard. I'd have to go back and look, and I should have went back and looked. I'm sure it's on my Facebook somewhere. He had a 7 or 8-inch beard. I think he had 1 3/4 spurs on him. It was a beautiful, beautiful bird. I was very thankful for it. So I gather my decoys up, throw them in my vest, go get the bird, go down to the hill. And where I was at, I was only 3 miles from my grandpa's. So called him on the phone. It's like 6:30 in the morning. I didn't figure he'd be up. I called him. I said, Grandpa. I said, you awake? He goes, yeah, I'm awake. What's going on? I said, well, get your shoes on, get dressed, come outside, meet me outside in about 5 minutes. So I got something to show you. Well, you're down here? Yep. So I drive on into town and get to his house. He comes out the house, and he goes, well, what do you got? You're all dressed. Did you kill one or not? Yep. He come over there, and he just admired that bird. And I think he was just as stoked about it as I was, and I enjoyed it. I think he enjoyed it. I sat there, and we had a cup of coffee, and gave him a hug, and I kind of drove off, and it was a good time. But that was probably my most memorable turkey hunt that I've ever had. I've hunted a few years after that. I've not killed a bird since. Like I said, last year I turkey hunted. All I seen was a jake. And most of the time out there where I was at, the last time I had to bow hunt. That landowner only lets me bow hunt, so I was bow hunting them anyway. And I could have shot the jake. And something else about that turkey hunt, that was not only was it a bit memorable, but that when I went out opening morning, and I forgot to add this in there, when I went out opening morning, I'd sat, and I did see a bird. I seen a little jake. And I remember my Aunt Bernice calling me and wanting to know if I'd seen anything. Yeah, I did. I seen one little jake. And my Uncle Ronnie was in the background. You didn't shoot it? Nope. You should have shot it. You should have shot it. Nope. If I'm going to kill a bird, I want to kill a good one. I don't want to just kill a jake. So, I called him. I believe I called him on the way home and told him what I got. And he was pretty happy too and pretty stoked about it. But it was, all in all, it was a pretty memorable turkey hunt and turkey season that year. Really enjoyed it. So, We'll go on here. I'm going to just go. I mean, that was my most memorable. My second most memorable was, again, I was Southern Illinois. I was down where me and my dad shotgun hunted. And this was, it's been 17, 18 years ago probably. And it may not have been that long. But got this new Mossberg Tactical 535. Won it at the Turkey Federation. And took it out. I was set out there at Barger's. And I was sitting there. And I had my decoy sitting out in the field. And I'd been calling. I wasn't hearing nothing. And I looked up over the hill of the field. And here comes this coyote. And he comes running in. He's watching my decoy. Well, then I just lowered my hand down, touched my gun in case anything happened. And when I did, apparently he seen my movement. He stopped and he started growling. And I thought, no, we're not doing this. So I took a shot at him and got him and took him home. And I believe I ended up skinning him out and selling his fur. And that was probably my second most memorable there. So, well, if nobody's got any questions, I'm going to end this so that I can go back out, enjoy the family time, and enjoy everything. And I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody watching this on Gen 7. And we got more hunts coming. More should air this week. May even be one airing today, I believe. I'm not sure. Or actually, it probably already aired because I believe they air at 9 o'clock in the morning on Sunday mornings. But we appreciate you guys tuning in. And like I said before, in the next few days, this will be up on our website for everybody to tune in and look at if they have not. And anybody that doesn't join the live can watch it there. You can also watch it here. Appreciate it, folks. And we'll catch you in a couple weeks. Thank you.